That night the rain was pouring heavily. The old house standing near the hill outside the village looked haunted. Only a single lamp glowed in the window, giving the strange feeling that someone alive was still inside. A dark silhouette stood outside watching the house. Slowly, the figure began walking toward it. Inside, Raadhika was finishing her daily chores. Dinner was already cooked and she was now collecting the utensils. Suddenly, she heard a knock. Who could come at this hour? She wiped her hands, lifted the lantern carefully and walked to the door. When the door opened, a young man stood there. Rainwater dripped from his wet hair, tall, his eyes tired yet holding an odd magnetic charm. Raadhika looked at him for the first time and for a moment it felt like time had stopped. Who are you? I'm Dr. Karan. I've come from the nearby village. I went to see a patient but got stuck in the storm. The rain is too heavy. I thought I could wait here for a while. Oh, I'll call my husband. Please come inside. Karan followed her in. I've seen you before, he said softly. Raadhika hesitated. Me? Yes, while passing by, I saw you lighting a lamp in the window. She excused herself. The house was very old. Karan looked around. Antique objects filled the room. On one wall hung several old yellowed photographs. In the center, one photo of Raadhika with a middle-aged man. Suddenly, someone cleared his throat behind him. The same man from the photograph was standing at the door, heavy build, wrinkled forehead, thin hair and eyes full of suspicion. Who are you? Karan introduced himself again. The man nodded stiffly. I am Maheshwar, the owner of this house, and the woman who opened the door is my wife Raadhika. Raadhika arrived with tea. As she handed a cup to Karan, their fingers brushed. She flinched and stepped back quietly. Karan continued, people say strange things about this village, especially about that old fort behind the hill. Maheshwar's expression tightened. Stories, nothing more. But Karan added, they say that after sunset no one steps out. Voices echo from the hills, someone calling names, someone laughing. Villagers like creating tales, Doctor, Maheshwar said coldly. Surely you don't believe them. I believe only what I see, Karan replied. At that moment he looked at Raadhika, who stood silently, almost fearfully. Something was wrong between the couple. Her eyes held a sadness that didn't match her calm voice. The rain had started slowing. Maheshwar glanced at the window. Rain has stopped, you may leave if you want. But before Karan could answer, lightning flashed, and the rain returned even heavier. You should stay the night, Maheshwar said. Raadhika, show him the guest room. Raadhika silently led Karan down a long corridor. The wooden floor creaked beneath their feet and the damp air carried a faint smell of old perfume. This is your room, she whispered. If you need anything, call me. When she left, Karan tried to sleep but couldn't. A few minutes later he heard a soft, muffled crying, like a heart breaking. He stepped into the corridor. The sound was coming from the half-open door of Raadhika and Maheshwar's room. Karan peeked inside and froze. Maheshwar was shouting, face red with rage. Raadhika stood begging for mercy. Why do you go to the window every evening? Who are you meeting? Who? You're mistaken, I've always been loyal. Lies, you're betraying me. Today I will end everything. He slapped her hard. Stop, Karan shouted. Maheshwar turned on him with wild eyes. So he is your lover, isn't he? He grabbed Raadhika's arm violently and dragged her out of the room. Leave me, please, I've done nothing. They reached the staircase. Raadhika, trembling, pushed him with all her strength. Maheshwar fell tumbling down the stairs. His head struck the floor. Still. Eyes open. Lifeless. Raadhika gasped. She rushed down. Get up, please, I didn't mean to. Oh God, what have I done? Realizing the truth, she broke, then suddenly ran outside toward the old well in the courtyard. Karan chased after her. She turned to him with tears streaming. I never betrayed him, never, and now I've killed him. How can I live with this? Before he could reach her, she jumped. Karan screamed, running to the edge, but she was gone. Terrified, he ran to the village and woke the village head. He explained everything, the fight, the fall, the well. But the headman's face turned pale. We don't need to go there, doctor. That house has been closed for years. 50 years ago, a man named Maheshwar lived there, suspicious, violent. One night in a fit of madness, he attacked his young wife. She pushed him, he died, and she jumped into the well. Karan felt the ground slip beneath him. Many outsiders have seen what you saw. The house repeats that night, over and over, every time a stranger enters. The headman spoke softly. Some houses never forget their tragedies. They live them again. With every new guest.